Hey guys, it's Destiny, and today we're going to be doing another fun showcase, and it is going to be Kafka, Black Swan, Acheron, and Gepard, and we're going to be facing off against Sam. So hopefully we do pretty well, and if you guys do enjoy videos like these, do make sure to subscribe, leave a like to support the video, and before we get into it, let me know your favorite character from Honkai Star Rail and why. And now let's get straight into it. So as you guys can see, we are in Memory of Chaos 12 and we're going to be fighting Sam today instead of Yang Cheng. If I'm being completely honest, I feel like I've been beating up Yang Cheng a little too much lately. So today we're going to fight Sam and just see how it goes. So all the enemies are going to get hit a little bit with the Arcana, and they are also going to lock onto Gepard, which is perfect. Hopefully another hit there. Yep. So the reason why I want Gepard to actually get hit the most is because of the fact that Gepard is holding the Trend of Universal Market Light Cone, which increases his defense. But the really nice thing about this Light Cone is whenever the wearer is attacked, there's a 120 base chance to burn the enemy, which is really nice for damage over time centric teams with Kafka and Black Swan. But what's even nicer is that Gepard is now inflicting this debuff when it's not even his turn, and he has a good amount of effect hit rate as well. So this makes it pretty beneficial just for Gepard in general to hold this Light Cone and just be able to get a bunch of stacks for Acheron when it's not his turn. So what we're going to do is with Black Swan, I'm just going to use her skill, and then with Acheron, we are going to use her ultimate. And the reason I'm doing this is so that they have the defense drop on them and then all the other debuffs as well. And then if we take a look at Acheron here, she's at 90 and 209. Her Pioneer set is kicking in, which is awesome. So let's just see how much damage we can do. And bang! Okay, 400,000. That's pretty good in my opinion. Because the purpose of this team is not necessarily for Acheron to hit like 1,000,000 damage, for example, like my other showcases. But rather, she gets her ultimate so fast, you're just having a such higher frequency of your ultimate happening. So with Gepard, I'm just going to basic attack here. Kafka's going to come in with her follow-up attack. And what I'm going to do is I want to deal damage onto both of them, honestly. But we're just going to attack the guy right here, and he is going to take a good chunk of damage. I really wish I had my ultimate ready, but honestly, it's fine. I'm just going to do this, and then do the ultimate with Kafka. I was going to do skill and then ultimate, and then they both do die, which is awesome. And what I'm going to do is just activate Gepard's shield because of the fact that we will want these shields just so we don't take too much damage from the robot right here next to Sam. What we're going to do now is Black Swan ultimate, and then I'm just going to unleash Acheron's ultimate here. And if we look at the guy right here, he has Epiphany on him. The damage received increases by 25% during his turn. And then we're just going to try to deal as much damage as we can. Boom. Okay, there we go. The Trotter is going to kick in. And he is going to take a good amount of dot damage as well. Now the robot's going to focus on Gepard, which is actually perfect. Just going to basic attack the robot here. And then with Black Swan, I want to use her skill just to get defense drops. With Gepard, basic attack, Kafka's going to use her follow-up. And then what I can actually do here is literally use Acheron's skill, and we have our ultimate again. So we're just going to keep getting our ultimate, which is awesome. And we're just going to deal a decent amount of damage here. So boom, there we go. The robot's just dead now. With Kafka, I'm just going to basic attack. And now Sam is going to have his field. But what's nice about this is his weaknesses are now active. So if we take a quick look, Sam has 2 more turns until the defense drop goes away. So I'm just going to basic attack with Black Swan until then. And then in Gepard's case, I really want to see if Gepard can actually freeze Sam, but I feel like he's going to resist it. I don't know why. Let's just see. Can we freeze him? No, we were not able to freeze. I swear, I'm never able to freeze him whenever he has the fields and the flame fields. And I'm really wondering if like he just can't get frozen right after he summons the field. So we're going to skill with Acheron, and I'm just going to use Gepard's ultimate just so we get our shields back up because Gepard would like some of those shields. Hopefully he gets hit. Yep. And now Gepard's going to get hit again, which is perfectly fine. We are now going to basic attack once again with Kafka. I'm going to use her ultimate, and then I'm going to use Acheron's ultimate. What I actually could have done here, honestly, now I'm thinking about it, It would have been actually better to use Acheron's ultimate first because then the Trotter would have blown up, put the damage over time onto Sam, and then Kafka's ultimate would have done more damage, but it's a-okay, honestly. I'm just gonna use Black Swan's ultimate right here, and I'm pretty sure I now have to skill with Black Swan. Yep, we're gonna have to skill. So we're gonna basic attack with Gepard, and if Gepard gets hit again, then we'll be able to get our ultimate. And with Kafka, once again, just basic attack. Then with Acheron, what we're gonna do is we're going to skill, but if he has Epiphany, let's see, he does have Epiphany. So I'm gonna wait until his turn begins so that we could actually use Acheron's ultimate. There we go. This is perfect. And with Gepard right after, we're just gonna replenish our shields so we are good and healthy. So there we go. And yeah, Sam should be going down this turn, or this cycle rather, which is awesome. Sam is gonna do Supernova, and oh my goodness, it still does a good amount of damage for sure. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is just basic attack. With Kafka, I'm just gonna skill, and then we're just gonna use our ultimate. And honestly, this should be the end of Sam. And you know what? I'm just gonna click the Acheron ultimate because why not? But GG, Sam, we were able to beat you up. And I was pretty happy with how Gepard was able to keep our team alive pretty well for the most part. And there we go. We started off, if I'm not mistaken, with 27 cycles, and we ended it off with 25, which I think is pretty decent for a 2-cycle on Sam. And now if real quick, we're able to look at our builds. So Acheron is holding her signature light cone, but I have shown you guys in previous videos that she doesn't need her signature to be really strong. You could use an option like Good Night Sleep Well. And of course, there are alternative Nihility options that you can use as well. She has 121 speed, 74% crit rate, 209 crit damage. Here are just her baseline stats. If we were to look real quick. For her traces, she is maxed out. And for her relics, she has the new planar set, which I really like this planar set on her because of the fact that she's going to have the attack increase. And she's almost always, at least for the most part, assuming you are doing Nihility-centric teams, you are going to be able to get that crit rate increase by 12%, which is awesome. Then we have the Pioneer Diver of Dead Waters, which increases the damage dealt to enemies with debuffs by 12%, and also increases your crit rate and crit damage, which is really good. And this Acheron is E0 for reference. Then we have Black Swan. Black Swan has about 3,000 attack, 137 speed, and 120 plus effect hit rate. Then for traces, they are maxed out. For relics, we just have the Prisoner set and then the Pan Cosmic set. For Eidolons, this Black Swan is E0. Then if we were to take a look real quick at Kafka, here's Kafka. Pretty fast overall. She has 3,700 speed, which is pretty good. And she could be on the slower end. If you do also have her light cone, it makes it even better. But if you don't have her light cone, there are also alternative options that you can use on Kafka. For traces, she is 999. For relics, she is wearing the Prisoner set, but she also has the Glamith set on her because of the fact that she does have that signature light cone. Plus, she is also able to just speed herself up with this light cone as we saw throughout the fight. But the Glamith set is mainly good if you are able to get her at a higher speed threshold. If not, though, you can literally use a set like the Space set, which is just nice for the additional attack. So there's definitely alternatives when it comes to Kafka. Kafka is pretty good with just light cones in general that can increase her damage potential. Let's say you did want to use Good Night Sleep Well, that can work on her. It's going to be a fight between your Acheron and your Kafka who is going to hold it. You could also look into potentially the Resolution Shines as Pearls of Sweat light cone for the defense debuff. I don't know if I would necessarily put that on Kafka though of all characters. Maybe Black Swan instead. For her Eidolon, she is also E0. And then if we were to take a quick look at Gepard, which I could definitely consider Gepard one of the MVPs. And you don't have to use Gepard. You can use literally whichever preservation class character you want because of the fact that they can hold this light cone. This light cone is just really nice for being able to just increase your defense some more. And once again, you're going to be able to have a chance to burn the enemy. If you're able to burn the enemy, this just helps Acheron get a bunch of stacks when it's not even her turn. And just for a quick example, let's say there was 5 enemies on the field and they all attacked Gepard. Well, now you're just going to get 5 stacks off the bat without Acheron actually having to do anything. And what I really like about Gepard as well is that he's actually able to freeze with his skill, which freezing is also a debuff. It kind of sucks though when I did go against Sam that we weren't able to freeze. but it's a-okay because this is just really good utility overall, and his ultimate giving the shield is pretty nice for the 3 turns. For his relics, I just have the Knights of Purity Palace and then the Bellabog defense set, which is pretty nice, just to get him some more defense. And I know like his defense is a little bit lower, but I do have 135 speed just so he can cycle in a bit more, or have rather more turns within a cycle. He does have energy regeneration rope to help him acquire more ultimate usage. And then he also does have an effect hit rate body piece just so he can get those burns off more consistently, and also attempts to get his freeze off more consistently with his skill. Now you can go a different build. You can definitely go for way more defense on your Gepard. It's ultimately up to you. I'm just going with the speed boots and the energy regeneration rope, as well as the effect hit rate body, just to try to get my shields as much as possible, which is definitely the goal, just to keep the sustainability of the team really good. Then for Eidolon's E0, every 5-star is E0 on this team. And if you guys have any questions for alternative characters to use, do let me know in the comments down below if you do have any questions regarding that. If you guys don't have Kafka though, a great alternative I like using is Pela. Pela Swan is really strong. I've released a video on that already. And then also, if you have another damage over time centric character that you have built up, let's say you go with Sampo, for example. Sampo and Swan is pretty good. So Kafka isn't per se needed. I just wanted to show you guys the Acheron, Black Swan, and Kafka team and how they can all reasonably do a good amount of damage, which is definitely awesome. So yeah, I like how the team performed overall. If you guys have any suggestions for more showcases, be sure to let me know. Or if you have any questions, once again, let me know in the comments down below. And if you guys did enjoy this video, do make sure to subscribe, leave a like to support the video, and I hope you all have a great one like always. Peace.